Hi everyone, I am Praveen Chetty and I welcome you to this video lecture. In this video lecture, I will look at the characters of a refund. We'll look at some short notes question on display refund and then some annotations. In my previous class, I looked at the introduction to the play refund. Then I moved on to the summary of the play in two parts, and now we are here with the characters. So in the play refund, we have some major characters, and Vasakov is one of the major characters in this play. Vasakov, when the play begins, is a 40 years old a man, and he's not employed, and because of that he's frustrated and he's angry. When he appears on the stage, we come to know that the employer tells him that he hasn't learned anything, and the education that he got is useless. So he meets his friend Lederer, who asks him to go to his alma mater, or to his school where he got his education, and get the refund. And this refund he wants to get after 18 years. So that is something absurd. And when he goes to the school, Vasakov acts very rudely, very roughly, and he uses a very offensive or bad language against against the school teachers, and he wants to prove school teachers wrong, and he has decided, he is determined to do that, and he wants to consider himself wise, and he has a strategy, he has a plan. The plan is that he would go to the school, ask for a retest, and then he would give foolish answers and fail in the test and ask for the tuition fees. So that is the strategy that he has in his mind before going to the school. So you can say that Vesakov represents students who have corrupt values, who are corrupted, and who think that money is everything, and for money they are ready to do anything. So Vesakov comes with the intention of getting the money which he badly needs, and for which he is trying to prove that the education that was given to him was useless. So if you look at another character, that is Principal, and Principal is the leader of all the teachers in the school, and he leads the uh, team of teachers when he comes across this student Vesakov. So when Vesakov comes to meet him, the principal does not show any genuine interest in him. He doesn't ask him why he has come, and what's the problem, and he doesn't really want to solve the problem, to understand the real situation, and instead he adopts indifferent and casual attitude. So he doesn't show much concern, much sympathy towards Vesakov. And when Vesakov asks for the refund, the principal is really worried, and he did not know how to solve this problem. So it is a maths teacher who assists him, who helps the principal in handling this strange situation. So mathematics master is the leading master among all the other masters, and he is a mastermind, and he plans to foil Vasakov's tricks, and he's a shrewd individual, very intelligent. He understands what Vasakov is going to do, and he plans how to tackle him, and he knows the intentions of Vasakov. So he plans the strategies, and he tells the teachers that they should ask very simple questions, and so that they can pass him, or so that Vasakov gives the correct answers, and they need not give a refund. Then he also rescues other teachers. He defends Vesakov's answers when the history teacher was not able to um, convince Vesakov that his answer was correct. It is the maths teacher who comes to his rescue. Then you have other masters like history master, physics master, and geography masters who all conduct tests and who all plan to set very simple questions, questions which contain answers so that they can pass Vesakov easily. But Vesakov has got different plans, and um, all the teachers they follow the suggestions given by maths master because he's the one who is taking the lead in this problem or solving this problem. So they, as I said, they all ask very simple and silly questions, and they try their best to pass him and give Vesakov a very good grade. So finally, they succeed in their strategy, and there the Vesakov is given a good grade, and that's how all the teachers cooperate and make sure that Vesakov gets an excellent grade in his re-examination, and no refund is given. Now, coming to the short notes, we have one here. Um, First one, who is Vesakov? Why does he approach the school principal? Is his visit successful? So we know that Vesakov is a former student. We can call him alumnus, and alumnus is a former student. So and this student is unemployed and he needed money. And why does he approach the school principal? He uh, thinks that the education did not help him and it is useless, and he wants to get back his refund. So is his visit successful? Yes, his no, his visit was not successful, and he tries to prove that the education he got was useless, and the principal and teachers try their best to outwit him, and they give unconvincing explanations to the foolish answers given by Vasakov. They pass him. He doesn't pass. Rather, the teachers who pass him, and finally he gets distinction. And getting this distinction means not returning the tuition fees. The second short notes question is, how does every teacher mark Vasakov opposite to his expectations? So when Vasakov came to school, he came with an expectation. He came with a proper plan that he would ask for the refund, and then the teachers would conduct an examination, and in that examination he would give wrong answers and they would fail him, and he would get back the refund. But something opposite happens to what Vasakov expects. So the opposite is that whatever Vasakov answers is considered as right or correct, and teachers try their best to convince him that the answers given by him were excellent. So um, so all the teachers conduct tests: history, physics, and geography tests, and finally it is a math test which is conducted. And you know that in those questions themselves contain answers, and Vesakov knows this trick of the teachers, and he purposefully, intentionally answers the questions wrongly to get the refund. So he knows that if he answers correctly, he would get a good grade and he would not get the refund. So he purposefully answers wrongly, and whatever wrong answers were given by Vasakov were were correct according to the teachers, and teachers try their best to explain why those answers are correct, even though they seem to be very foolish explanations. So it is the maths teacher who traps him in his test at the end, and finally Osipov goes without any refund. And um, the third short notes question is, what was the mathematics master's difficult question? how does he trap Vesakov? So after history, um, geography, and physics test get over, it is a math test that Vesakov gets ready for. So when he attends a math test, the math master tells him that he's going to ask two questions. One is easy and another one is difficult. But he doesn't say which one is easy and which one is difficult in the beginning of the test. So the first question was on light, and it was a very confusing and a very difficult question. And Vasakov tries to follow what he was asking, but he doesn't understand the question, and Vasakov wants the question to be repeated, but the maths teacher does not repeat the question, and um, um, Vasakov is almost um, failing the test in maths, and he was a bit happy because he is going to get the refund. So he's excited because he's failing, and he's excited because he would get the refund if he fails. So um, the teacher asks, um, the math teacher asks him to the amount that they have to be refunded. So um, Vesakov counts the money that he has to be repaid, and he gives the exact answer. And the maths teacher was very happy to hear his answer because that was the right answer, and he commends him. And um, and at the same time, we know that it is a very tricky question. The tricky question is that um, about the amount of money. So the maths teacher finally tells that his difficult question was about the amount of money that has to be refunded, and that answer was given correctly. And maths teacher also gives him an excellent grade, and that is how the maths teacher traps Vasakov. So now coming to the annotations, here is the first one. It's possible I have changed. What the hell? Your class records will show you I have got a right to come here. So, who is the speaker? The speaker is Vasakov, and how has he changed? He has changed a lot because he is a grown-up man now, and he visits the school after 18 years. Then, what is the purpose of his visit? The purpose is to get his tuition fees because he thinks that the education he got in the school is useless. So the second one, because I did not get my money's worth, that's why. This certificate here says I got an education. Well, I didn't. I didn't learn anything and I want my money back. So this is um, spoken by Vasakov, whom does the speaker address. So he addresses the principal. And why does the speaker claim that I did not learn anything? Because when he gets the education and goes to work outside, he rarely gets any job. Even though he gets one, he is not able to retain that job. He was not able to continue in that job because of his lack of skills. Then question C, what is the reaction of the listener to the speaker's claim? So the the listener is a principal and is embarrassed. And the principal never expected that an alumnus like Vasakov would come back to school to get a refund. The third annotation, he is a good friend, Lederer. He told me, and when I get my money back, I'm going to buy him a present. So this is found in your textbook, page number 71. First question is, who is Lederer? So he's a friend of Vasakov. Then question B, what did Vasakov tell him? Vasakov told Lederer that he would get him a present or gift from the money he gets from the school. Then how is he going to get the money back? Vasakov has a plan. He goes to school to get re-examined, and he would fail and ask for his tuition fees. The last of the annotations, what a distressing business. How unfortunate. You really want to take another examination? That's a question asked by the principal, and you find that extract in page number 71 of your textbook. Who is the speaker here? Speaker is the principal, as I said. And what is the distressing business referred to in the passage? The distressing business is to due back a student his tuition fees after 18 years. So Vasakov wants to prove through retest that he was not really qualified. So giving that refund is a distressing business here. C, why does the listener want to take another examination? So Vasakov wants to prove that he did not learn anything in the school. So through the test, he wants to prove that his education was useless. So that is the end of the PPT. I hope you enjoyed this class. Thank you.